Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for the changeling menu. Viscount Sorcerer Viscount Valarius. That's a lot to say. Um, is calling for his squires and for his fosters to meet with him at his barony for a meeting to talk about assignments, recent promotions, and things that are definitely more assuredly coming down the line. He has put the palace is unremarkably quite empty right now, and Valarius is there waiting, hands crossed, arms crossed, hands folded, waiting for everyone to arrive.
Well, since I don't know about the other two, but I sort of live there.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, you do. That's right.
Rychard, I assume that Valarius is in his office or right at the outside.
Uh, assume his office.
Again, he'd walk up to Valarius's office. There'd be three sharp knocks.
Come in.
Last time Valarius saw Rychard, he was depressed and distraught almost. But the Rychard that walks back into Valarius's office is different. His hair is freshly cut. He's shaved. And again, he's wearing his house colors with the dragon earring clearly presented on his right ear.
Valarius will smile. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes. Well, I had a very interesting meeting at Taranar.
Wait. I just want everybody to get here.
Okay.
I guess I will take that cue and show up right about that time.
Hey,
Hey guys.
where's Keggy?
I am not sure. Okay.
Okay, so after a couple moments later, Kegoma will arrive. Not exactly late, but he definitely isn't as prompt as the other two. Ishu have a habit of getting themselves into things, and yes, it's part of what he does. So he looks a little out of sorts, but his outfit is put together. He's just kind of like, oh God, it looks like he's just went through an ordeal. Before he takes his moment and says, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
Kegoma, it's good to see you.
Likewise.
Good to see you too, Kegoma.
Hello.
Alright.
Rychard will look at Alexander. Hold out his hand. I don't believe we have the pleasure. We've had the pleasure of meeting.
He'll shake his hand. Alexander, show.
Rychard, Grayson.
Okay. So we can avoid, awkwardness.
Yep.
As Valarius will walk over and close the door. Right. So, as you were saying, Rychard,
Oh, yes, my meeting. Um, you know how it was Queen Mab that sent out the missive
Right.
for my presence?
Hmm.
I didn't exactly meet with Queen Mab. In fact, I didn't meet with her at all. I met with her soothsayer, Roger.
Hmm.
I, I have been given a field ride.
Did you pass?
Not yet. I have to complete it.
Interesting. What do you have to
It
do?
seems, it seems that Octavia, and it seems also that Queen Mab agrees. Should I pass this field ride, I will be the next marshal.
Very exciting. Not even named yet, and you're going to be the marshal. Exciting. Exciting indeed.
It's dangerous.
Hell yeah.
I have to I have to have my soul weighed by the scales of Anubis.
It's Valarius starts audibly laughing.
Kegoma kind of rolls his eyes at the mention of the title of the marshal. He doesn't really care for the current marshal.
Well, congratulations, sir. I'm sure you will pass.
The soothsayer was pretty sure I would, but he said if I don't, he's out of a job. So
Yeah, you kind of have to be right about predictions like that. As his eyes were full on Kegoma, he looked a little out of sorts. Care to share with the class?
No, no. Shit happens to you, die.
Say what now?
Oh, shit happens to you, die. Just
What the fuck? What did I miss?
oh
Like,
no.
Right?
I just ran across some.
helmet.
and we back up like 5 seconds ago so we can hear the full story.
Yeah, there's not really a story. Just ran across some random gun violence. I think the person I saved might have been a gang leader, though, so I'm not sure I did the right thing. So I don't know. I'll have to figure that out later.
So you suffered a chimerical death. Is that
You
what
saved a
No,
life.
no,
How
no, I
can
didn't.
that
No, I
not be the
didn't.
right thing?
No, no. Well, if he's a gang leader, then I probably should have let him die, but I'm not sure. Well, I'll figure it out later.
No,
You
this
always owe you a flavor.
no, you really won't. You need to make sense like now, like 5 minutes ago.
Oh no, I was just coming here and just stumbled across someone. You know, my kith, we tend to be at the right place at the right time. Um, Pull somebody out of harm's way. Not sure that's the thing I should have did.
What did you pull him out of harm's way from?
Just random gun violence.
So a drive-by?
Uh, yeah.
Well, on the one hand, you saved a dreamer.
It's
Yeah,
all right.
Did
yeah,
you
it's philosophical.
his
I
name?
don't know. What's up?
Did you happen to catch his name?
Oh no, I didn't ask. After I kind of figured out the situation, but of course I could find him again because it's kind of what I do.
Have you been jinxed? Why? What the hell? Like,
Well, I have a friend on the NYPD. If you find him again, let me know.
Okay. Okay. Well, the people that I sometimes run across and sometimes end up being saved. It just kind of means they just have a path or a place to play still in Destiny. It doesn't mean that that role is going to be for good or ill. I just don't know. I'm just conflicted right now. What just happened? But please go on. Go on. Enough about me.
Alright. I don't think most of you know, but I will share the news. I was recently appointed to the position of Viscount of the Duchy of White Sands and Long Island.
Wait, the Duchy of White Sands.
Yeah, White Sails.
Oh, okay.
What's educate the ignorant?
Dutch. Okay. A duchy is a small, I guess you can call it province. It's a large province, excuse me.
Yeah, not small.
It's not small in any such
Opposite of.
it's a province. And I'll be acting as seneschal.
Wait,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
on top of your baron duties
Yes.
and on top of running Regency,
Right.
you've been given more work.
No shit. As he kind of puts his head on the desk.
Is this why we're here?
Not yet. Let me finish. In the most time I do well in this position, I will become Count Valarius at Kegoma.
Sweet.
Very nice.
Great. But as of right now, I need to give out assignments. First things first, when I am not present or about, there's a chain of command. If I am not present, you refer to the power.
Okay, I can't really hear you. There's a little background noise.
Alright. If I am not available because I'm doing other duties, everyone here will refer to Kegoma. Kegoma has been here longest, and he is very much aware and capable of the political climate. If Kegoma, in that case, is unavailable, you will then refer to Sir Rychard. Sir Rychard is younger, but he is learning quickly. So, Alexander, if you should have any questions about anything and you cannot reach me, you know who to go to. Anything concerning politics or anything like that. Also, please keep in mind that Kegoma, starting from this day forward, he will be assisting Bryce with his duties as seneschal. If you do well in this position, you will of course be well compensated for your issues and troubles. Rychard, as Valarius rubs his temples, and then he'll sit back in his chair, kind of rub his eyes. Alright. Rychard, you will be in charge of relaying information from all of us since you are so adequately nestled in the middle of a very interesting political climate. As well as this. Also adding to the duties that you three will be responsible for. Eve is 6 months pregnant today. Well, 7 months pregnant today because it's a new month. Yeah, I'm stressed. As he kind of rubs his
Yeah.
foot. I'm stressed.
Well, I'm glad that you're finally delving out some of these responsibilities. There's no possible way you could do it all.
Yeah, I can't do all of that.
Delegation.
After after that, your primary responsibilities will be extended in providing protection for Eve and my rootborns. Also, keep in mind that Kegoma, you will be receiving a missive that containing all of the arrangements for Kregeny, the revenue that it's bringing in, trade agreements that have been made with multiple duchies, as well as a few counties, the new bargain market that has been set up, as well as the information of the Never Nevers and the Slinkers that have been stationed around the city that will be acting as security for the city.
Perfect.
Richard
Yes.
Richard and Alexander, you will both have the task of varying information from the War College Crowmine Firm. When I say when ferrying information, the professors that will be working there will be ferrying out information as well as how much each person is being made, payrolls, as well as who is receiving information in discourse, incoming applicants, and admissions. You will be sending that information to Kegoma and Bray so that information can be dealt out and people can be paid on time. I hope everyone is taking notes.
This is kind of what I do on my day job, so that's great.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Also, used to both, so everyone is aware, my office hours of working at Kregeny is from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. From 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. I will be working at my regular job in the mortal realm as a French teacher. From then, I will be taking care of my administrative duties at the new duchy, dealing with the mermaid problem that is currently present there. So, any questions?
Mermaid problems?
The
Which
mermaids that have been
stranded?
stranded away from the occurred war that has ended in the Kingdom of Pacifica has come to our attention that the mermaids in the Kingdom of Pacifica have lost the war to the Marucha, and therefore they are here. No one is supposed to know about that. You are not to speak to anyone about that under any circumstances. You do not want to amass, how should we say, fear, suspicion, or mistrust. The allele, of course, as each of you know, are not to be trusted. There's also the subject of the Thelane object that is currently in the possession of the one slewer that was there during the night of a few nights ago when we dealt with the dragon.
Nyx. Yes.
The orb.
Possession of a Thelane artifact, it needs to be recovered. So, Richard, since it is in your purview to deal with things about the law, I need you to go speak to either Octavia or the current acting marshal to see what we can do about that and getting that Thelane artifact apprehended and dealt with.
Done.
Also, I heard that Marcus was that Sir Sam was dealing with that wanted to help assist with that problem. Richard, keep him updated and brief on the information, anything that you receive from Octavia as well as the current marshal. Keep him up to date and up to speed.
Okay.
Alexander, how are your studies going?
Very well. Actually, I had a chance to speak with a gentleman by the name of Dog from the House of Liam.
How did that go?
Interesting. He didn't quite really think highly of you, but to say the least.
What did he say?
Pardon?
What did he say?
At the mention of he asked if I'd sworn into another house when I mentioned to him that I was foster to you, and I assured him I did not. But anyway, very interesting. The cathedral is very interesting.
Yeah. Haters are going to hate. What can I say?
I do have a question about that.
Yeah, I'd like to know about that too, Richard. Where are we at with that?
Where are we at with what?
The Colosseum.
The Colosseum. From what I can gather, High Queen Fairlith has given leave to use the land that she detailed to me at the ball.
All right.
I have since recruited Sir Arden
Okay.
to help me with the administrative logistics, as well as helping me understand the laws with such items. He strikes me as a person that has a very particular talent with retaining information gleaned from a book.
Sir Arden?
Sir Arden.
Arden, the individual that is marrying Countess, what's her name?
Sasha von Habsburg.
Habsburg.
And I if you guys want to roll perception empathy, go ahead.
Alright.
I'm unable to roll dice on this.
I can roll for you. How many dice do you want me to roll?
5.
5. Okay.
Yes.
2 successes for me.
All right. That's also 2 successes for Xander.
Okay. Robert, would you mind rolling 6 for Kegoma?
No, not at all. Ooh.
Wah wah.
Sorry, bro. Alexander and Valarius would get that there is a smirk that Rychard is trying to fight. They can hear it in his voice.
Sir Richard, please be candid.
Kegoma looks confused. It's obviously a she thing. It's like, what?
No.
I will be. And he looks around. We cannot be heard. Can we?
Private chambers.
This is,
You can't be heard. Out with it.
he looks at Alexander and Kegoma. I cannot ask you to swear that you would keep the secret. I only ask.
Listen,
promises work too. Promises work too. It's fine.
Sir,
I have no idea of the people that you speak of anyway, so I have no one to tell.
Sir Richard, these men that are standing here with you today will be as your brothers from this day forward. You have to learn to trust them.
Think of this as the first step, then. As you know, Sasha, Countess Sasha von Habsburg and I have a difficulty getting along with each other.
That's putting it mildly.
It is, but it's also putting it politely.
You're learning. Keep going.
I do not wish to see Sir Arden unhappy. And because his barony is so close to Valarius's, the barony that he will inherit when his father passes, I do not wish to put Valarius in such a situation that he would have to deal with Countess Sasha more than necessary.
How sweet of you.
So, I have agreed to find a way to help Sir Arden. One of the ways that we discovered is to postpone the marriage. If Sir Arden is busy with something that is so important to the kingdom, as I hope this Colosseum will be, naturally he cannot, and his father cannot, expect him to drop everything to get married.
Clever. I don't know how long you'll be able to keep up that facade, but
it's not necessarily a facade, because I do trust Sir Arden. I do believe that he has the mind to do what I've asked him. And the ability.
It's turns for the Colosseum. I do actually have a question for you.
Yes.
It's more of a political question. I'm not sure if you can answer it, but
excuse me.
Do you have any political connections, so to speak of? As Valerius starts rattling off names to see if you actually know any of the people he's talking about.
What are some of the names?
He's making he's talking about the background political connections. He's asking if you have that.
No, not yet.
Okay.
No.
Alright, so
on that.
the reason why I'm asking you that is because should anyone actually want to challenge your Colosseum, they would have to do so through the Parliament of Dreams. So I'm asking that you, if you're comfortable with it, being able to have political connections, and being able to be your voice in the Parliament of Dreams. Would you be comfortable in a half ownership of the Colosseum? Just me taking care of the political half of it.
I had this idea to help the kingdom, not to help myself. I would be more than happy with this.
Valarius takes out a piece of paper, Starts writing. Letters being sent to Bryce to get paperwork finalized. Taps it 3 times. It zooms off in a direction. Good. So we can have that put to bed. So, is there anything else anyone would like to share?
What are your views on Master Brunt's words against you?
I knew this was going to come up. Alright. My opinion and why I did what I did.
You don't need to tell me why you did what you did. I agree with what you did.
Okay.
But I want to know if there is going to be something done about his words. If there can be something done.
Something should definitely be done about his words. As a matter of fact, since Rychard, you have a way with words as well as Kegoma, by Friday, today, tomorrow by the latest, Friday the latest, tomorrow if you have time, or by the very latest, next week, I need you to
Okay.
He's just busy for a second.
Yeah.
OOC intermission.
Actually, at this
So,
time,
Mr. Xander.
Xander will be looking very confused as to what the hell y'all are talking about. So he's just
If you
finally like. So he's yeah. I was. Second.
Go ahead.
If you want, after we're done with this, Rychard would be more than happy to have a scene with Alexander, and I assume if Kegoma is willing as well, and I think we'll answer any questions you have.
Yeah, because
We could talk about it now to kind of fill in the dead space while
because he wouldn't understand what you were talking about at all.
Rychard is starting a coliseum, as in one of the gladiatorial coliseums in the Kingdom of Apples.
Great. Xander was formerly an MMA fighter, so booyah.
That's going to be awesome. Because he needs volunteers. It's going to be volunteers only.
Hey.
Chimera.
We can talk about this volunteers after we understand what's going on.
Chimerical weapons only. Right. So basically, your stuff, your fists count as chimerical weapons. Wages are going to be encouraged, or wagers are going to be encouraged. Wages are going to be given. If it's possible, if I can get enough dream crafters, gladiators are going to be housed and fed.
Cool.
They're also going to be trained.
At the War College? Or a separate training facility?
At the Coliseum.
Do you have enough melee prowess to actually facilitate training, or are you going to need a teacher?
I'm probably going to need teachers.
What kind of teacher? What house? Do you have a preference?
I don't necessarily have a preference, so long as the houses that are involved understand that I want, and I know this is probably naive, but I want this as far away from politics as possible. This is to benefit the kingdom.
That's hoping for a lot.
You're hoping for a lot there. I can assure you that will not be the case.
I get where you're going with it, but yeah.
Yeah, eventually, those with political power will have their hands in it. As far as the fighters go,
We'll try though.
We'll try it though. We'll try it your way. But I'm letting you know. That's just why I asked. Let me take at least half, so I
Yeah,
can put back in.
understand. I'm looking for as much help as possible. I mean, I want this thing to be as big as it can be. You know, I want it to be like the Colosseum of old, in the glory of it, not the thousands of slaves dying for the entertainment of others part.
Thus, into the political arena.
Kind of. So I will put a word out to Commander. Actually, Commander. Yeah, we do have the same name, just not spelled the same way. Commander Rychard of House Quitting. Richard. I'll see if he can spare some time away from his troops to serve as a teacher. How much did you plan on paying him?
I have to figure out how much tickets would cost, how much. I have a lot of logistics to figure out, and that's why I recruited Sir Arden.
Very well. Have Sir Arden send me a expense report as his earliest convenience, so I can send him my recommendations on who I can spare.
Fair enough. And if it's possible, I would like to start meetings with everybody involved. You, now, myself, Sir Arden, and he turns to Kegoma. A large part of, from what I've read, a large part of the Colosseum was that they like to reenact old myths and old battles. I would need somebody's help making sure that these held factually true, that they were as close to accurate as possible. Would you be
Yeah.
Would you be interested?
Oh yeah, that's right up my alley actually.
Right.
I've been
About,
deepening my
sorry.
oh, I've been deepening my understanding of some of our myth and history.
Right. As my point before I lost my train of thought as Valarius pulls out a long, looks like parchment that he seems to be reading off of, about the information with the knocker that spoke out against me. Since Kegoma and Sir Rychard have such a wonderful way with words, um, would you two be interested in addressing the issue on my behalf?
Sure.
Absolutely.
I didn't hear much about this knocker that spoke out against you, but I travel in different circles than they.
Rychard, would you like to give him an update?
Master Brunt, who is the guild master of the clock and toy makers guild of Goblin Town, possibly the most powerful knocker, politically speaking, in the Kingdom of Apples,
Sure.
has denounced Valarius's actions regarding the incident surrounding Rick the Ravenous' death. He announced to the public that Lord Valarius himself, which indeed we all know that it was not Lord Valarius, but Sir Sam and the Oathbreaker, Adam, who detain this individual.
He isn't dead
We
yet.
also know, apparently not. Apparently he's being held in Rikers Island.
The fuck, real? That's not even my concern nor my issue. Keep going.
Anyway. What Master Bront failed to inform the public is that this individual pulled cold iron on both Sam and Adam.
Hmm.
And though Valarius' actions are not covered under the right of out of character. What's that D word that says my territory is mine?
Domain?
Domain. Well, not domain. Isn't it dominance or something like that?
Oh, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
You're right.
Even though Lord Valarius' actions are not covered under the right of dominance, I believe that if we tell the right people, if we tell exactly what happened, not leaving anything out.
Yeah, his actions are protected by the right of life. Screw the right of dominance. He drew cold iron. That's a violation of the Ichi.
He did, but we have proof. The only proof we have that he pulled cold iron is the word of an oathbreaker.
We can verify the words as true. We have... You're a truth speaker. You can see the truth of matters.
I can. But understand I am not named. They will see that as well.
Hmm.
Is there a way that we could illustrate the events?
Is there a way that we can illustrate... I'm sorry?
Is there a way we can illustrate the events?
We could tell the tale, but I would definitely find it hard not to turn such a tale into a satire against this knocker, who is probably better off spinning wares than spinning words.
Well, to avoid actually turning this into a shit flinging contest, let's just stay with the facts and on the grounds and the regular platform I have set forward. Stay true to the facts. Don't embellish. Tell it like it is. And how I acted. Is speaking about the Boggins as they would ask. The reason why I took the Boggins in is because I'm very much so against indentured servitude and social and as well as economic poverty, putting individuals, Cathay or otherwise, in a situation that they cannot hope to get out of through their own means economically, while the knockers hold them in a economic vice grip. Is not proper, it is not just, and it is not what I stand for. I stand for economic growth for everyone that has the means to help themselves. The Boggins themselves had the means. The knockers were simply trying to hold them down to fatten their pockets. So,
however,
Civil wars were fought over such things.
you cannot afford to slight the knockers.
this is true. So, perhaps something a little less heated than what I would probably say.
How about we assure the people that Master Bront's heart was in the right place? He wanted to ensure that the rights of the people of the king were held intact. And this isn't wrong. This isn't something that should be fought against, and it shouldn't be something that is called indecent. However, it seems that he was misinformed of the true facts. And what you can do is perhaps secretly offer a donation to the Guild of Clock and Toy Makers, Clock Workers and Toy Makers. Perhaps a complex treasure that they can study, or materials that they can use in their endeavors.
Sounds like a good idea. But as of right now, since Kegoma will be assisting Bryce, you will know what's in the treasury, and I'll hand you my personal expense report and see how much money we can actually spare towards that and what they actually might need. I really don't have the time to deal with that. Even though I should actually make time, but I can't split myself in 7 different directions. And I also have a wife that I still have to remind that, you know, I love and care about. So,
Indeed.
I put it in your capable hands. I trust that I don't have to make a public, well, not so public, a declaration about how I feel about Adam. Alright. Or how I feel about Oathbreakers in general. Or what would happen to any of you if you decide to become an Oathbreaker.
Well, he kind of looks at Alexander.
We're not talking about past offenders. As he kind of smiles at Alexander. Not past offenders.
Did
I've done nothing.
somebody have an accident?
Not that I know of.
We'll leave that at that. That's a conversation for Alexander and Richard to sort out later. But, Richard, do you have etiquette, right?
Indeed.
Make me intelligence etiquette diff 6.
Oh, yay for not being able to botch etiquette.
No.
You can actually botch etiquette, but you cannot be made to look foolish while
Oh yeah, she can't buy.
You can indeed still botch etiquette.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So please give your point to the best of your ability, and I will correct you in character.
What do you want? I'm sorry.
Valarius is basically, so what do you know about courtly etiquette in your response?
Well,
We're waiting, ladies and gentlemen.
As the crickets go by.
Awkward.
Right, that's what he knows about that.
What do I know about courtly etiquette? I know that it is expected of you to show deference to somebody of higher rank.
Yes.
You're expected to know who is of higher rank and who is of lower rank.
Yes.
And while you are to respect those of lower rank, you are also expected to not treat them impolitely, but understand that they are below you.
At that point, Valarius kind of grits his teeth and says, "Zzz."
How about you're expected to earn the difference? The difference. Well, never mind. Never mind. Almost like, oh, nope, not my question. Sorry.
As he kind of looks and says, "Yeah, we have a lot more to cover. Don't miss any more of my etiquette classes." As he turns to Rychard, make sure you're on time.
I am trying so hard. You have no idea.
He's really good with the sword now. He's really good
We're happy that this wasn't in front of like the oh god.
Yep.
Oh god.
Okay, so let's see. Skip sword training for a while. And...
No, don't do that.
Skip sword training.
Just double up on the etiquette classes.
Pay more attention to your etiquette classes.
But Richard's kind of like saying like I already have a speech in public speaking. I already have like he's gonna list off all this homework.
He's gonna look at you. He's gonna say, "Boo-hoo, baby, you have to get on the ball."
Check it out, princess.
Suck it up, princess.
Yes, Dad.
But yes, in polite company, it is not known amongst many that House Liam has a particular an interesting reputation. This reputation gives them a bit of a hard time dealing with the larger sheep populace, depending on how traditional said house is. Something that might be seen as a little scandalous based on individuals that were already mentioned. So you have to be very careful when you say certain things, Rychard, if you get my drift.
Yes. And again, he'll look over at Kegoma. I hope that we can work together to make sure that I don't stick my foot in my mouth again.
Oh, definitely we can. That won't be an issue.
Good job. Also apologize to Alexander. But anyway.
I'm sorry, Alexander.
Okay.
I don't think you get what just happened right here, but as he looks to Kegoma, our powers combined, we will teach them.
Yes. Kegoma turns to Valarius. He's like, wait, do you mind?
Please.
One more?
Please.
Okay. Accept his apology. Turn to him, look him in the eye, and say apology accepted.
Okay.
Say it with me, Alexander.
Your apology accepted, I guess?
That's not very sincere.
Not fair.
Look, Alexander, I didn't mean to slight you if I did.
I don't see where you did.
Neither do I.
Okay.
This is the problem we're having here.
Okay, great.
That was funny.
Okay. They kissed and made up. That's great.
We'll just leave it at that.
Can someone explain
You
Yeah.
both just got extra homework. That's just what happened here. Just understand that.
I guess I was supposed to be offended by something you said.
Apparently.
Each of you have extra homework. And I'll leave it at that. I do not have the brain power to deal with that tonight. So,
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's good that you worked to fit in.
it's good. It's good that you made that mistake here and not in public. So,
Sorry, out of character for
I
a
guess I
moment.
was supposed to clap you for something or another, I guess. I don't know.
Out of character for a moment, I had to play out that botch.
Well done, sir. Well done.
What you're talking about. But anyway.
all right. So, Kegoma, give me an update on how the commoners are responding in general to the political climate.
Strangely, well, not so strangely, it's obviously kind of polarizing between the different factions. There's an increasingly large faction in support of Morrowind, but we're equally as supported or represented within the commoner community.
What about this new power that's come to play?
Well, I'm not sure if that's really drawn commoners to the banner as opposed to just, I don't know, created like more indecision
Okay.
of like people that were on the fringe anyway. So it's hard to really tell until things kind of materialize further. But the opportunity to swipe, the opportunity to mold opinions is definitely there.
So I assure you that you and Rychard have your assignments thus far.
Yeah, that's probably for the best that we be proactive instead of reactive in this matter.
Please.
What about... I know it was a long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you probably trust Bryce a lot.
Right. Oh, not that issue. I know what you're talking about.
But he did listen into a private conversation of yours.
And this is why Kegoma is taking on that responsibility to keep an eye on Bryce.
Rychard will raise a hand. I'm sorry, it's just... I thought Kegoma should know.
Consider yourself forewarned.
Well, he's always struck me as a very studious little boggin, but I'll definitely keep that in mind.
And,
Has anyone heard of anything about the Athene? Also, now that we're thinking about it, Adam said something about me in passing about something that you and him saw. Kegoma?
Oh, yes. So, speaking of Aheen, a subway, one of the subway trains, I think it was the 8, running under the city, there was a tunnel that had a small population of homeless within it. But we sent some dark glamour down there,
Okay.
which is why my dumbass was probably involved. You know how that birthright goes. And when I was like just traveling the train track, the route, I stumbled upon one of the Cathane who had forgotten themselves. Okay, which is why I thought I was there. You know, he forgot himself. We gave him some glamour. He remembered himself. Then he also remembered that there were fucking Adhene down in the subway tunnels. Sam was with me.
Okay.
Yeah, they're apparently working with red caps. And there's a particular branch of Aheen that animate dead bodies. So as the red caps devour the bodies, the Aheen then have an active like breeding ground to inhabit or animate the corpses.
Oh,
So
that's
that's what found me in the company of our dear queen. the,
I
the
have
most the
an
most honest report that I had to make to her was the rotting core in the kingdom of apples.
Oh dear. So we have paramets and red caps in subways being silly.
I may be able to help with that.
Yeah, I could help too.
How?
I'm gonna make a dragon and I'm gonna blow them up.
Well,
I love that
I
idea.
best. I have a contact within the Aheen.
Alright.
I haven't talked to her in a while.
Are you
I
talking
don't-
about the chick with the Facebook?
Hmm?
Are you talking about the chick with the Facebook?
I don't know if I am talking to the.
There was an Aheen with the Facebook. And now Joyce.
Joyce, that was her name.
Joyce. Yes, that's her name. Joyce Nielsen.
Gotcha. Alright.
I may be able to get in contact with her, see what she knows, if she knows anything.
Is it a freehold of some kind? Did you see it?
It's definitely. It felt like a freehold had been corrupted, and because of all the glamour happening from like this cascading effect of ravaging, which is technically against the Ishit. Does anyone fucking remember that?
Yeah.
I do. Thank you.
But it's ravaging and this older form of dark glamour gathering, reaping, I think it's called.
Oh,
It's a
Yep.
combination of those things. It's just making this like perfect storm of dark glamour down there. So
Well, Joyce, one of the times that I did talk to her, she made it somewhat clear that she'd be open to learning how to muse.
alright.
And there may be more like her that are willing to
invest the time and
learn
way.
the changeling way. Maybe if I can talk to her.
Maybe if you could work with Satara.
I believe I could.
She's really good at explaining things. See if she has any free time, and you two can work on that.
Sure. Do I have leave to contact Joyce?
Give me full details on the conversations that you have with her. Do you know how to speak Athenian yet?
I'm learning. Your lessons are quite good. I don't have it down perfectly, but she does speak perfect English.
Alright.
She was one of the 18 who, during the war, were locked out of the dreaming. She had to adapt. And she has taken up. She works at a nursing home.
Alright.
She does not, from what I can gather, she does not induce fear in her patients. She takes these small gifts that they give her, and that sustains her.
Alright. So,
I believe this is the reaping that they call. I remember when I gave my guitar to the Aheen tribeswoman,
Mhm.
she called it a sacrifice Perhaps these gifts are small sacrifices, and that is what a reaping meant.
Well, if it's an old folks' home, these these people are older, so they're bound to have mementos that they've kept throughout their lives that probably have glamour in them.
Exactly. So I I don't think she's a danger. I just think she's curious.
All right. You was the Tara have a report by sometime next week.
I do still have to teach her how to play that harp.
If you don't mind me saying, can you give her lessons on the harp? Sometime later when we don't have
Well, I'm saying maybe I could use it as a bargaining chip. I don't think she'll be willing to meet with an Adhene without some substantial compensation.
Yeah, and that harp has magical power, so she's probably is going to be better served knowing how to use it.
Fair enough. Is there anything else we need to discuss? Right, we do. Kegoma, are you prepared for your Fiora?
Of course.
For what?
It's Fiora. Kegoma, explain.
It's a challenge. It's a rank challenge, basically.
Kegoma's getting ready to get a promotion.
Wait, is that what a Fiorai means? It's a
Promotion,
rank challenge?
basically.
Well,
Well,
that's kind of simplified. Apologies.
that's why I said explain.
Oh, it's more of a test. So it's a test against yourself. It's been used in the past to determine like someone's status as king or queen. I think it was suggested that Mab undergo one to see if she could become high queen after David's disappearance, but she declined, obviously. But it's more of a test against yourself to determine like the esteem that the dreaming has within you.
I see.
So it's not like you're testing yourself against someone else. It sometimes can be perceived as that.
You're testing yourself against yourself.
Yeah, it's like spiritual progression almost. I've read a lot of books on it.
Oh boy.
If you plan on,
My Fiorai is against my sense of justice.
yes.
Makes sense?
And if you decide to stay within my domain, you'll be picking your rise to move on to the rank of Baron, should you guys choose to. But that's way in the future. That's after the
Future.
and stuff.
I'm 30. I don't have much longer at this. I'm trying to hit Count Kegoma before it's all said and done.
Out of character, I do want to see that Baron in front of Richard's name.
Well then, princess, put your nose to the ground and let me see. If you think that night was hard, I'm gonna put your ass to the ring with the Baron.
Oh.
Prepare your anus. Just.
Don't make promises.
Oh my god. This conversation just took a turn for the worse.
Anyway, is there anything else pertinent that you individuals would like to bring up?
I think we have a lot to set straight, which is good. This should free up quite a bit of your time.
Yes.
And give us something to do.
So I think it goes without saying, do not burn down my baby, Kegoma.
Don't burn down Krishna.
Yeah, that's about
No.
that
Um,
E15. Gotcha.
perhaps,
It's pretty
perhaps
big.
Kegoma was to organize that suggestion I gave to you a while ago.
Yes.
Um, Kegoma, if you were to organize perhaps a day, maybe once a week or even once a month, where the commoners could come to you with
Mhm.
their problems, I feel that the the inhabitants of
Ugh,
Crescent would feel more comfortable talking to you,
ugh.
Rice.
Commoners, they're so trying.
Um, you're showing your privilege there.
I'm joking. I'm totally joking.
That
You see, everyone was just like, "What is
What?
happening right now?" Uh,
Give a give a bitch a little bit of power, and that's what happens.
This is what happens. This is what out of character. This is what happens when you give a commoner power.
Wow.
All right, but yeah, I could totally. I had a couple ideas about like some monthly meetings. I'll run those by you.
I'd be happy to help you organize those.
You don't actually have to run to me to actually run those. If you have an idea,
Okay,
you have my stamp.
will
As
do.
I told you before, you give me reason not to trust you.
Good point. Good point.
But I would be happy to help you organize those.
I think I will need your help. Much appreciate it, Sir Richard.
As always, make sure you have a paper trail and full reports are given to me.
Aye, aye.
Goodness. Work. Alright, what time is it? Shit. Alright, I'm late. I have to go see Eve. Alright, is there anything else you guys want?
Nope, I think we're good.
No, we're good.
Right, right. Did you get your delivery yet? As he turns to Alexander.
No, I have not.
Alright, your sheet plate armor should be in the mail.
Wow.
It's in the mail.
You better hope any shoe is delivering that shit. Else it's gonna be lost in the mail.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to break any ankles, but I know where to go. So, like, how's your composite armor doing, Richard?
It's doing okay. It's not
Sheet plate?
plate, but it is doing admirably.
He'll look at you. Stand up.
He'll stand up. Didn't we already do this?
Yeah. So Valarius is forgotten since he is now overworked and tired. And you can feel free to remind him.
And like sort of resigned to himself, he'll spread his arms out.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
Valerius will look at his notes and say, what? Didn't we already? Asshole. As he looks at Richard, like, could have said something. Like, alright, fine. Okay. Fitted for you. Alright. Blair starts writing down again. Sends out the order. Check back sometime next week, and you should have it.
That's awesome.
Cool.
None for you, Higgins. No, I'm kidding. As he turns to Kegoma, you will get your gift depending on how well you do on your Fuhrer.
Oh, come on. You doubted me during first night.
Not everybody knows what that's about. As he looks at you.
Stop it! Stop it! That could be anything.
Exactly. So, right. Anyway, as he kind of perception, empathy. You'll see Valarius blush. Like, you're already checking him. It's just like something clearly happened, and Valarius is extremely embarrassed about it. Like, as if you care, but he's being,
He's been silly.
yeah. All right. Right. So, anything else?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
Good. All right. Alexander, make time sometime next week. We're going on a hunt.
Second?
We're going on a hunt next week. Make time.
Ah, cool.
Actually, remember when I told you I was going to give you no practical experience? This is
Yes.
it. We're going on a hunt. Remember, whatever you kill belongs to you. I don't actually need the money. So,
Well, I'll be the judge of that. Wait till I go through the treasury.
yeah.
You might need the money.
Need the money by the time, yeah.
Just saying, if I come up short, I know whose door I'm knocking on. Just saying.
Maybe that bastard Bryce.
Probably. I don't know if Kegoma might be looking for, I don't know, a stipend or something.
Expensive taste, okay.
Alright, with that, ladies and gentlemen, Valarius is going to bucket cheesecake.
Woo!
Everyone.
Viva la cheesecake.
Damn, I love my cheesecake. And, we'll end our scene there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been a scene for the Changeling venue.
Yay. Thanks for watching.
Silliness.
See Crescent.